Hi everyone. This weekend, Race the Nation has traveled to the southwest. I'm sure you can guess by the giant Saguaro Cacti behind me. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. We stayed actually in a suburb, Apache Junction. Michael is running the Lost Dutchman Marathon right here in Apache Junction. It's slightly east of Phoenix, a really wonderful small town with a lot of character, a lot of great characters, and we're hoping to really explore the area, do some hiking, some shopping, a little bit of traveling around. We've got a boat trip planned. We're excited about that, and hopefully the marathon will go well. The weather's supposed to be spectacular, so we're really excited to enjoy this southwest trip. So join us again as we race the nation.
We're here in Arizona, Phoenix, at Packet Pickup. It's in a local running shop right here. Roadrunner Sports. We're here at the Lost Dutchman running event, and lucky enough to get a few minutes with the race director, who is
Christy Fobb here, yes, with the Lost Dutchman Marathon. We have a lot of different events. Fortunately, you're coming out to do the marathon with us. We have the marathon, half marathon, 10K, 8K, and then actually on Saturday we have a special 2-mile run just to get everybody warmed up and kind of get used to the area. But yeah, great event. We love everything about it and love that you're coming out to run it with us.
Oh, we're excited. So I will tell you, I've had this on my radar for a long time when I said I was going to do Arizona. Yeah. And so how many years has this been going on?
This is our 23rd year. We even made it through COVID. So even COVID, obviously we had to do that virtual year, but this is our 23rd year running, doing the marathon. So pretty excited.
And how long have you been in charge?
I have been in charge for about the last 5 years. I've been a part of the race prior to that. I was the volunteer coordinator and set up. Grady McCann is the one that got everything started with the race from the beginning with a few other very key people, and then it's just grown from there. But then I took over a few years back for him and have been doing it since.
Right. So, and the organization that you got, I know you raised a lot of money, right? You're
we do.
Charity?
Yes, we are. We're all a charity, just like Grady was. He was a volunteer. I am a volunteer. Everyone that you see here is a volunteer. Everyone on the board. We're all volunteering our time, and all of the money that we raise from this race goes right back to the community. It goes to scholarships. It goes to help kids with swim lessons. It goes to pay to play, so all kids can be in all kinds of sports. All kinds of different ways that we are able to give back, and that's one of that's the reason I'm a part of it. Yeah. I mean, I love to run, I love to volunteer, and I love just the environment that it puts on, but the fact that we get to give back at the same time just makes it all worth it.
And so now, do you run the race?
I do not physically run the race. I have ran the race like a week prior, and I do that. I'm not doing it this year, but I'll do that just to go out and just experience it myself and be able to talk about it. But unfortunately, I don't ever physically get to run the race with everyone else and get to experience what you all get to experience.
Right.
Because I'm running it from a different perspective.
The life of the race director.
Yes.
So what did you have a favorite part that I need to look forward to here on the marathon?
Of course. Favorite part of the marathon by far is actually the restart. The ambiance of the restart. We have the fires with the mats that you get to sit out. You have hot chocolate. We have our Dons, which is a great group that goes up to volunteer. Just getting out there to relax and the warming fires and just getting in the spirit of it. You're right in the shadows of the Superstitions, and it's just an amazing start on a great road, so it's not pounding your legs. Just absolutely beautiful.
Well, this is why you're the race director, right? Now everybody out there wishes they were out here to, it's Sunday morning. Right, come next year. And you do need to sign up because the marathon stuff.
We are sold out.
You sell out.
Yep.
So don't waste your time. When registration opens, sign up.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks so much for a few minutes. We're very excited about it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming out to be a part with us this year.
We're cheering on the Canes in Phoenix tonight. Made it to Mullet Arena. We're really excited for this one. We just stayed at this place, Toast, out here in Apache Junction. It was about 10-15 minutes from our Airbnb, and this was one of the better breakfasts we've had in so long. I had a dill pickle Bloody Mary made with dill pickle vodka, and it was the best Bloody Mary I've ever had. Our waitress was the most delightful human, and each of us got a different type of breakfast, and all of it was a 10 out of 10. At this Lost Dutchman Museum, they have an old mill that does work. They run demonstrations for it twice a week. And then they also have a museum. Obviously, they have an old barn, an old church, a recreation of an Apache village. And then they also do the gun shows. That was very entertaining, and they even have horses as a part of it. So that was a fun little show to see. But this is a really cool little area. It is just amazing out here. This is another world compared to North Carolina.
Well, here we are up at the starting spot. Just got dropped off by the buses. there were only 7 people on my bus, so obviously one of the last people, one of the last groups to get here. But I'll tell you, the place is just absolutely full of porta potties, and there's not even a line. And then you can see all these little fires that they have out here. Plenty of little campfires to keep you warm. The sun's just starting to come up. We're all starting to head to the start line now. I'm going to drop my bag off at the bus up here. They got an aid station here at the top. Everything you could want. So, great way to start the morning.
On your mark, get set.
Just out of the gate, starting down. Sun hasn't come up yet, but boy, it's just beautiful. We're not even a quarter mile in.
This is my first marathon.
All right. So what got into you, to inspired you to join and do your first marathon?
I always figured that I'd grow from it, so wanted to experience it and see how it would grow. It's become therapy for me.
Right. So how long have you been training for it then?
2 months.
That's not a whole lot of time to train for it. So
No, I've only got a 16-mile run in, so I never did 20. This is going to be a very interesting day for me.
like if somebody were to want to think about starting a run, what do you like best about it?
It forces me to get outside, get some sun, and I've noticed since I've started running, I'm definitely way more happy with my day-to-day life. For sure.
I understand. So, well, listen, congratulations on taking on a marathon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Enjoy the journey.
Thank you.
And keep it. And enjoy the start of your running career. I bet it won't be your.
It won't be my last.
It won't be your last. So, and thanks for a few minutes.
Of course.
Wow, people, this is just plain awesome. I mean, what a start. So I've never been to Arizona, these cactus, so I mean, it looks unbelievable to me in the mountains just to start with. But hard pressed to think of any start of a marathon that looks as beautiful as this. Coming up on a mile, got a couple boys here ready to chat. So where are you from?
Here.
You're all right, local. So what? First time, North Carolina.
Ooh, very nice.
So have you done this race before?
This is my 3rd time. This is his first marathon ever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's got such a big smile right now. We're only a mile in. I'll check back in with you.
Right on. I'm
Mile
sure we'll
20.
see you.
So what made you want to get into running?
I was tired of being fat. To be candid.
Listen, the best reason out there ever. So how much training did you do?
I started like a year ago. Just been ramping it up slowly for about a year.
And you got somebody here who's been pushing you along when need be?
I mean, he wrapped up more than me the last. A month ago, he was putting in 40-mile weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm more concerned about myself than him, let's put it that way.
All right, so then so after you're done, what's on the menu today then? Because you can eat anything you want after you run a marathon.
Probably a nap. Some pizza.
Pizza and nap.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go for a very bloody steak.
See, I need meat as well, so. All right, fellas, well, thanks. Congrats on your taking on the marathon.
Thank you, sir.
And thanks for a few minutes.
Absolutely, no problem. Have a great day.
all along this canyon there are different pull-offs, people in vans or little mobile homes. That's where I think they just find these spots and they pull in and stay for, I don't know how that works, how long you can stay to get kicked out, but it's really, I don't blame them for pulling in over here and getting to wake up and see this every morning. So we just passed our first water stop, a couple miles in. I got this duo running along. And where are you all from?
We're from Chandler,
Okay.
Arizona. Yep.
So that's close by here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too far. This is our first marathon.
You're first.
Yeah. First.
Wait a minute. And so you know each other?
Mother and daughter.
Oh, wonderful. So what got you both into doing this?
Me. We started running. We did a half last year, and we felt pretty good. And we're like, how about we look at a full marathon? I was like, she can't do one, and I don't do one, right?
No, that's right. So who pushed who in the training, at least before?
She was the coach.
All right.
Our sergeant set it up. Yeah. It's like, all right, here's what we're doing.
All right. And so, what's on the menu when you're done?
Hot tub.
You gotta rest that leg.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And congrats.
Thanks. You too. Great race.
So the sun is now, once we go up this next little rise, we'll be seeing the sunshine on the trail. So it was nice and about 47 degrees, I think, at the start. Supposed to warm up maybe the low 60s by the end, but we'll worry about that when we get to the end. All right, and here's that sun. So we come up to mile 6, and that's where we leave this, this nice dirt road. It's been nicely graded and all, but now we get onto the pavement. So, and then we get into this neighborhood. Well, you always find somebody who's just going along at a pace where they look like they could do it forever, and that's this fella right here.
How's it going?
All right.
We'll see about the pace. Ask me again in 10 miles.
Are you shooting for a certain time?
Well, this is my first one. I was just hoping for under 4:30. Trying not to kill myself, but I'd really like under 4.
Wow.
Great, but we'll see. No pressure.
No pressure on this. So, no, that's a wide range, 4:30 to 4. Just getting done. So, what made you want to run a marathon?
It's something I've always wanted to just check off the list, and figured why not now.
What training plan did you follow?
I kind of just used the help of the internet and made my own, and I was running 6 to 8 miles every night, and then Sundays were my long run days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the longest one you did?
Longest one I did was 21.
All right.
So
you're ready to go, bro.
We'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, thanks for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Congrats on taking on your first marathon.
Thank you.
And have fun.
Appreciate it. You too.
All right. So as you can see, we're in this little neighborhood. A little looping about. Got some spectators. Hey. So they shift this over onto the sidewalk. Really just the views here are just still so spectacular. So this is one of the uphill sections that I'm just about to finish, but it's just been great. We've been running, headed straight to the Superstition Mountains do this whole stretch, so it's just something beautiful to look at. So we finally got to the top of this one hill, and now if I trust the folks, spectators behind me, we got a mile down, so we can enjoy that. So we finished that little Gold Canyon, whatever it's called, section. Now we're back on the highway again for a bit, and then I think maybe a mile or so, and we cut back off, back on the side roads, and wind our way down to the finish. So the other good thing is it's all pretty much south and west we're running, so the sun's always behind us, at least so far. Big milestones for me on any marathon is right here. So pretty soon we'll be down to single digits left to run. Guess what we have back here right at around mile 16.
Christy Bob here, just cheering Michael on. He's gonna make it all the way to the finish and looking good.
Well, everything's the truth except that last part about looking good, but that's what race directors do. They lie to your face. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. See you at the finish.
So we're coming up on a little section here where it's just a quick little up and back turnaround. And this is where we share the cost for the half marathoners, but they should be all long gone by now. Coming up on mile 20, and I have a very cheerful runner here.
I'm Kirsten.
Kirsten, who's probably more cheerful than anybody else here at mile 20. So there it is, mile 20. So Kirsten, I have a hard time talking at this point. So where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what brought you here?
I have a girlfriend who lives out here. We both worked at Mayo in Rochester, and she moved out here to come to the Arizona campus. So I came out to visit her, and this is my third marathon, and I was like, why not do a destination one? But winter training in the Midwest and then coming here,
oh yeah,
no joke.
Oh,
the heat.
Oh, it's gonna kill you.
I was like, I'm glad it's not any hotter.
Well, you've been kind of lucky, like with the clouds.
I know.
Have been out for the most part.
They sure
so
have.
Good. So what do you like best about running?
That's a great question. I like the feeling afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not so, I'm with you. At this point, it's tough to feel good about anything.
I know. It's like the mental health aspect is like the big reason why I do it. I'm a nurse. So after a long shift, a good run is sometimes all the therapy you need.
All right. Just what the nurse ordered, right?
Yes.
So we went to this optical illusion museum yesterday. I swear this little outback part needs to be in there because it's uphill both ways without a doubt. Thank you. Somewhere near the back end of mile 21. But look at this view of Superstition Mountains. Turnaround point for the 10K, which means there's 5K left. Right. Thank goodness. We got half a mile to go, and I finally met up with my other running partner. So we ran 25.7 miles separate. Now run 0.4 together. But the most important 0.4 at the end. So that's right. We're almost there. It's in sight. So the family, this is Sunday after the race, we're kind enough to book a boat cruise where I can just sit down and take in all the beauty, take in the landscape. So unfortunately I got some stairs I got to navigate to get there. Since I decided I was going to do a run in the 50 states, and I started looking at different marathons, the Lost Dutchman Marathon was one I knew I was going to do. I know the story of the Lost Dutchman. I think I remembered it at some point from when I was a kid, and I love the story in itself, and plus the fact that it runs with the Superstition Mountains. It starts in there. I mean, is there a better name for a mountain range than Superstition Mountains? As for the race, that first 6 miles, you start up in this canyon where you just got the mountains all around you. You run on through that whole area. It's just beautiful. And after that, yeah, you run along roadways which are pretty well cordoned off. So yeah, plenty of room for the runners throughout. And all throughout the run, you really get different views of Superstition Mountain. So it's just a terrific course. Aid stations, it's about the best one I've ever been on. They are, you can count on them every 2 miles, I think up to mile 18, and then it's every mile somewhere in there. So well stocked. It is a point-to-point marathon, so they drive you up to the start up in that canyon, and then you run on down to Apache Junction, Prospector Park, where it ends. They kept the marathon at 400 people. It sells out every year, so if you think you want to do it, go ahead and sign up for it. I suggest that you do it. It's fantastic. Here's the medal, the finisher medal that you get, and then on the back, right, run for the gold. And here's my finisher long sleeve technical shirt. So I've been wanting to do that Lost Dutchman now for 10 years plus. Finally did it, and we just had a fantastic time. And if you're looking to do a race in Arizona, there's none better than the Lost Dutchman Marathon. And so it's in Apache Junction is the town in which the race ends. So Apache Junction is the town in which the race, first time in Arizona, the place is just beautiful. This scenery with the cactus, I mean the Saguaro cactus. The Saguaro cacti, the crowd support, There's folks out there, somewhat sparse, but you're too busy looking at these mountains to be looking at the crowds anyways. And we will edit that piece out because that was terrible. By the way, this whole area here, Apache Junction, really Arizona, there are so many trails, hiking trails. Boy, we just wish that we had more time. So many places that we wish we could go. But we did squeeze an awful lot in. But, hold on, keep it going.